Welcome to Civilian Jeeps. I'm Jake, and today we're going to Chattanooga, Tennessee, about 3 hours from my house because I have two things that I'm doing that I'm really excited about. Number one, we're going to stop by BullDawg Manufacturing, a hardtop facility in Hixson, Tennessee, just right outside Chattanooga. We're going to go there and check out the hardtops that they have to offer. Who knows, maybe even get a hardtop for the LJ. But we're going to go check them out, see how they make them. I don't know what all we're going to get into, but we're going to go see BullDawg Manufacturing and how they make hardtops. Now stick around to the end, because at the end I'm going to show you what I've been doing to the LJR, the LJ Rubicon. It's been down in downtown Chattanooga at Hudlow Axle, and I've been getting the axles built in it, and I'm excited to show you guys some of the changes that I've done. Well, I've arrived here in Hixson, Tennessee at BullDawg Manufacturing, where they make the hardtops for CJs, YJs, LJs, TJs, also JKs. So let's go on in and see what kind of tops, some of the features on them, and just check out their facility. So this is Mike. This is the owner of BullDawg Manufacturing. How you doing today, Mike?
Doing great, thank you.
Right. So tell us a little bit about this top.
So we are located here in Chattanooga, Tennessee, if you hadn't already told your viewers, and this is where our manufacturing facility is located. We've been in business about 20 years, and we've slowly built the line up, built a line of very high quality and custom hardtops, for starting out with the CJ and the YJ, of course, and then we make a top for the TJs, the LJ, and the JK.
All right, specifically CJ7, correct? CJ7, all right.
CJ7 specifically, yeah.
Yes.
This top right here will fit both the CJ7 or the YJ. You can get this top, you get to choose from a variety of different options, such as the side windows. We have slider side windows. We call these windows right here the discovery windows, because when you open it, you can load very large objects in a lot easier than you can through the back, through the tailgate.
I like that.
I've got a lot of customers with kids and car seats in the back, and they love this because their kids, if their kids are old enough, they can either just climb right in and climb into the car seat, which is pretty fun. The kids love it. Or if the kids are young, well, you can reach back to the back of your Jeep and load them on in.
Load them on up.
This window here as well, we've named this the Discovery window. It is also fully removable. You can actually take this window off in a matter of seconds and just drive around without windows if you would like. The other thing that we offer, and we have 7 different roof racks that you can purchase for your Jeep hardtop, depending upon your needs. As with all of the Jeep tops that we manufacture, we have 2 different models of them. We have a standard model, which this is a standard model. It holds about, I'd say about 250 pounds dynamic load rating on it. And then we make a very specialized hardtop that we have dubbed the Highlander. And we make this one in the Highlander model as well. And what the Highlander model is, it's for overlanding, or for people that are, I've sold a lot to hunters, believe it or not, out west. They literally put a blind on top and they hunt off the top of their vehicle. But
oh, that'd be cool.
Initially, when we first designed it, it's this super reinforced with a lot of composite core materials, and it's just unbelievably strong. The Highlanders actually can hold up to 800 pounds.
800 pounds.
800 pounds. You don't need an exoskeleton or anything like that. The hardtop handles the weight just fine. Has a static load rating of 600 pounds going down the road. Some of the other features that we offer, we have a defrost window for them. I don't think this is a defrost window, but we do offer it
as an option,
as an additional option. And we also have sunroofs that you can stick in here, either 1 or 2 sunroofs. Please keep in mind everything's really dusty and dirty just because of the facility here.
Yeah, that is really cool.
Those sunroofs can be fully removable too. In just a matter of seconds, you can take the glass out. And this particular model happens to have a set of our upper hard doors on there as well. The upper hard doors bolt down to the metal lower doors. We actually have threaded inserts, the little plastic lower door threaded inserts. You take the factory ones out. We have ones that look identical to the factory ones, except they have threads molded into the bottom of them, and it allows a bolt to go down through the upper door down into the lower door, and then it pulls the 2 door halves together. So it's very sturdy.
Yeah,
this is like a full hard door.
It feels like a full door. That is nice.
And of course, it does have the slider window that locks when it's closed.
Yeah.
It gives you enough room to go through the drive-through and pull something inside.
Yeah, nice and sealed up. Can you get the webbing in different colors?
We offer it in probably 16 different colors.
16 different colors, that's crazy.
You were talking earlier about the orange burst.
Yeah.
Well, we have an interior that's orange burst.
Okay, so it'd match my Jeep.
It would match.
All right, so making our way into the next room of the facility. This is the LJ top, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is the LJ
Tell us
top.
a little bit about that.
Well, about 3 to 4 years ago, we came out with the LJ hardtop. We were going to the Jeep Invasion every year, and the number one thing that we were asked for at that point in time was, do you make an LJ hardtop? At the time, we didn't, but when we did, it was a huge success.
Sure.
On our LJ hardtop, we have one side window, and what we did with it is we made it bigger than the factory window, and it is a discovery window and a slider window all in one. And these are locked right now.
Okay, but it's still the same system.
It's still the
as
same.
The TJ, it has the slider inside the window.
Yep,
though.
but the middle part is a slider window.
Can't slide the
You
LJs.
cannot slide the LJ window off. That is correct. It's not going to do what the side windows of the TJ or the YJ or the CJ do.
Okay.
Those are removable. And it just has to do with the manufacturer of the windows. We have to order the windows from a variety of different window manufacturers around the country. And it just so happens that the window manufacturers of the CJ, YJ, and TJs, they make windows that can be removed.
All right. So let's check out these sunroofs in here, because I think it's really, I've never seen a hardtop with dual sunroofs.
Yeah. So this is a funny story. About 10 years ago, we had a customer order a hardtop. It was a TJ hardtop, and they ordered the hardtop with 2 sunroofs. And we had that customer take some very good photos, and the day that we put it up on the website, we started, immediately selling hardtops with 2 sunroofs. These sunroofs can be removed really quickly too. I'll go ahead and demonstrate that for you. Just flip these front levers, undo the back, it comes
that was
out.
Really easy.
That's it.
Less than 10 seconds.
And we have not had any problems with leaking, and any problems that we have had were really easily remedied. We got a lot of spare parts. The sunroof company itself, they love us. We buy a lot of sunroofs from them.
Yeah.
And if necessary, the sunroof company will actually step in and help a customer that's having a problem. Yeah, we call it a trunk light, and that's basically what it's for. Is when you get in through the back, you can just flip the light on and see your groceries or whatever it is that you're doing.
Same support system that was in the CJ, YJ, and the non-overland series.
Yep, this one is not meant for overlanding. We will see a few of them later on as we tour the factory further that are made.
I do like, I seen this earlier, I do like how you guys have that middle hook right there to really help secure the header bar to the windshield.
We prepared for the middle cam lock for a long time. We knew it was only a matter of time before the windshield gaskets started aging on the Jeeps. And sure enough, I'd say about 7 years ago is when we started putting the third cam lock in. And since we put the third cam lock in, any of the problems that the customers were having with their hardtops not sealing because of those worn out windshield gaskets, this solved it.
Cured that.
It did.
So tell me, on all your tops, is it the same? What kind of coating you guys use on the outside here?
We really go the extra mile when it comes to the coating on the hardtops. The process is like this. If we know this is going to be a black hardtop, the first thing we do is we spray a coat of black gel coat on the hardtop, and then over the top of the color, whether it's black or tan or whatever, a custom color, we spray 2 layers of clear gel coat on there, which protects the hardtop. I mean, I've seen hardtops that were 10 years old that look exactly the way they do when they leave here. And the clear coating is the protection against the sun's harmful UV rays. The holes that we have, they line up with the holes in the tub. And you'll have a series of bolts, nuts, and washers basically that go down in there. You tighten up on your tub. As you were pointing out, these will hook right into your windshield frame. There's a cutout in your windshield frame. These will hook right into there. The middle one, we provide you with a J-hook keeper, and you'll screw the J-hook keeper into your windshield frame.
Okay. Whenever you buy a top, does that include the hardware, the necessary hardware?
Everything's included.
Everything's included.
Yep.
So it's one-stop shop.
Absolutely.
All right, so let's go through the production of building a hardtop.
Sure. I will try to make this simple. So we're at the end of the day, so we're not going to actually be able to see the actual production of the hardtop. It's already occurred in the morning hours. But what you do is you demold the parts from the previous day's production. You get the molds ready. You might put some light coats of wax on the mold, get it ready. But the very first thing you do is you spray the gel coat paint onto the mold surface. Everything is made in reverse order. You actually make the hardtop from the outside inwards. And it's the same thing that you do to any fiberglass or composite part. The very first thing you do is you spray it with a gel coat. The gel coat dries. We then will take the mold and wheel it into our chop booth. And this is where we actually apply the fiberglass in here. I don't know if you can see the fiberglass on the walls or the floors, but we go through a process. It takes about an hour, and we will there's various layers that the hardtop's made in. So we'll spray a thin layer of glass down. We'll put some core materials down where they go. We'll put another layer of fiberglass down, more core materials in specific strategic locations, and then a final layer of glass goes over it. When that starts to kick off, you trim the rough edges off of the molds, off the parts while they're in the mold. You're going to be left with something like what we see here in these 3 molds. These have been through the lamination process. They've had the edges trimmed off at just the right time. The next step in the process is we finish the interior of the hardtops. Our goal is to totally finish the interior and never have to return to the interior. So what we're going to do now is we're going to prep the inside, sand any of the rough edges off. We add the rails. These are called rails. This is what the hardtop will actually sit on when it's on the Jeep. And then it goes through a painting process where we put a webbing technique on the inside. Yeah, so what we're looking at here, both of these are TJs, and this one over here in the mold is an LJ. And like I said, they're all the standard models. They're not the Highlanders. Even our standard models have an extreme amount of core materials or stiffening agents put into the lamination. Once the inside is done, we'll pop the tops out, and they'll come over here, either over here or over on this side again, but they get ground. The edges get straightened out, they get the rough edges get ground off, sanded off, and the outside gets prepped for the painting process. As you can see, we prep them very thoroughly. A lot of manufacturers literally just scuff sand it, literally in a matter of minutes, and it goes to the paint booth. We don't. We take a long time and 100% get it ready for to be painted. So after the insides of the tops get prepped, sanded, worked over, they're ready to receive the paint job on the inside. We call it webbing because we apply a base coat of one color and then we go back over the top of it with gel coat that actually webs. When it comes out of the spray gun, it actually coagulates in the air and falls on the surface, and that's what creates the webbing technique. So once we got the exterior of the tops prepared, we will wheel the top into the paint booth and they receive their external paint. Once again, this has a base coat. This particular one is our dark khaki base coat, which has been sprayed over with 2 coats of the clear. And this is what it looks like. From here, they'll put the rubber on, any of the plastic or rubber pieces that the hardtop gets.
So
It'll get that here, and then once the rubber's put on, which doesn't take very long, maybe 10, 15 minutes, it goes from here, we put it onto a window jig, and we will install the windows and the roof racks, if it's getting roof racks.
So I am curious, what colors do you offer in these hardtops? Yeah,
so we offer standard colors. We offer black, of course, that's the #1 color, a spice. These are all, the spice is actually the OEM spice that Chrysler came out with. It's the most prevalent tan color that they had during that period of time, and it was called spice. They do have a dark tan, a light tan. We don't do those for our standard stocking colors. We do a white, and then we do a dark khaki. This is a dark khaki. Now, one other thing that we do, and we do a lot of it, we do custom colors. You can either call us with the paint code of your Jeep, or you can send us a color chip of a specialty color that you would like your hardtop to be, and we can match that color chip. So the final phase of production is the installation of the windows, whether they're the Discovery windows, the slider windows, or the fixed windows. We do have fixed windows. This one, of course, is the LJ hybrid window, which means it comes with a slider in the middle, and it also opens up and out like all the other Discovery windows. If the hardtop has a roof rack or a sunroof that needs to be put into it, that's also done in this final phase of production.
Well, that was BullDawg Manufacturing and a little bit about their hardtops and how they manufacture them. Now, these are a great group of people, really professional, high quality facility right here. But let's go ahead and hop in the truck and go pick up the LJ. Well, we made it to Hudlow Axle, and I went ahead and picked up the Jeep. Now, if you're looking for a differential shop in the Tennessee, specifically Chattanooga area, this would be the one that you need to check out. Through my 11 Jeeps that I've owned, I've went to quite a few differential things, or gears and lockers, all that sort of stuff. And that's just one thing I don't do myself. I try to know my limitations, and differentials is my limitation. So Hudlow can help hook you up, and they do awesome work, not sponsored or anything like that. But let me just go ahead and show you the LJ and what we got going on. So all this started with the rear locker, the spider gears, completely blew out of it. So the factory 44 lockers, the air lockers, low PSIs, like they're not the best lockers by any means. So I went ahead and got the Eaton E-locker in the rear, and I upgraded my Alloy USA kind of older shafts, and I got some Revolution shafts for the rear of it. For the front, I just decided to go all out on it too, get the front and rear built. I got RCVs, they're the 300M RCVs. I got an Eaton E-locker for the front. I got it trussed. I got it gusseted on the C's right there. And the front and rear was slightly bent. Don't ask me how, I don't know. Maybe it was the previous owner. But this thing, I don't think's had a rough life, but who knows? So they did true the axles, so they're completely ready to go. Front and rear is now trussed, Revolution shafts, Eaton E-locker. I mean, this thing, see, the reason I didn't go like tons or something crazy is because I want to keep the originality of this LJ. You know, it's only got 70,000 miles on it, so I really didn't want to go extreme with it. I just wanted to build the 44s that come from the factory and just have a good, you know, original drivetrain but built unit. Now, if you'd like to know more about the BullDawg tops, I'll leave their stuff down in the comments below, how you can get in contact with them if you want to know pricing and that sort of thing. But they also have a website, so be sure to check that out as well. I hope you've enjoyed this episode of Civilian Jeeps, and when it comes to Jeeps, keep it classic.